Oh, hello there. Today we're going to be looking at Now the Swallows Are Returning. I'm going to walk you through what I see when I see the music, and I'll sight read it for you. And after that, I'll talk about what things might have been challenging for me to play through. I might do a little bit of polishing, and then I'll play it through one more time to see how that went. So let's get started looking. So I already numbered the measure numbers for you. I didn't count the pickup as a whole measure because that's dumb. I see that we are in 3/4. As you can see, there are a lot more notes than Why Do I Weep for Thee, which I did last time. I chose this one because I thought there were more rhythmically interesting things. We have dotted 8/16ths, we have 3 eighth notes, but we also have eighth note triplets. So there's going to be a distinction there when I come across them. I'm going to be intentional, or try to be as intentional as I can about the distinction. Looking at the key signature, nothing, so that's cool. We're playing dolce, sweetly. Andantino, not quite walking speed, I believe. Andante is walking speed. Andantino, I think, is a little faster. Looks like we start piano or piano most of the time. I'm not going to strive to play piano the first time I play it, but I will strive to get this crescendo. This looks like a peak, if I ever saw one. This looks like notes going up and a breath mark. This looks like the climax of the piece, because we drop right down to piano again. Going here. Another one, oh, 2 peaks, and this one has a fermata. Okay, so this one is like the soft peak, and this one is like the stiff peak, if we're thinking about making meringue. Rallentando and another rallentando, lots of pretty notes. I'll do my best with that. Dun, 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 dun. At least there's 4 of them. That's always pretty easy to count out for me. Let's see how it goes. Now, before I start, I need to tell you that I have probably played this before, because I've played pretty much everything in this book before, at least once, at least stumbling through it, so it's not really sight reading, but I haven't practiced before this video because I wanted to see it with fresh eyes, and to show you what exactly I work on, comparing a first performance to maybe a second or third or polished performance. So that's the goal for that. Here we go. Let's talk about what I did there. So now that I played this, I want to say that this part here, the breath mark, is really, really important, and I would even venture so far as to say that maybe it can be more treated like a tenuto or a tiny fermata. I really think it's important to take some time between that F and that A, because if you just try to play through it, it's not going to be supported and your mind is just not ready for it. Now, as a listener, I think we want to relish this moment a little bit. So there's that. This was okay. For some reason, when I saw it, I thought it was different notes. I thought it was E, D, C sharp, and then when I was playing it, I was like, oh. So my fingers weren't quite mentally prepared for that, but I'll do that next time. There's still probably more I could do with this. Let's see, I wonder, I'm thinking at the beginning of this part, so if we have this phrase, da 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 da. I think I will try this time to do a little more push and pull. So this is a little different from like staying steady in marching band or concert band or watching the conductor or being really accurate with your time. Of course, you don't want to play the wrong rhythm. You don't want to play out of time, but I think putting a little bit of rubato is okay. That just sounds like I said two very contradictory things, but the word rubato means robbing the tempo. So wherever you're going to make something a little faster, you're going to do it a little slower and stretch it out to compensate. So if I decide da 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 da, if I decide to rush these a tiny bit, then I'm going to stretch it here. So really, on average, it's going to kind of be sort of the same. That's what I'm thinking about that. That'll help make these first two phrases really, really interesting. Otherwise, the only interesting things are happening at the end. Of course, they're really cool because the notes are cool, but these two lines deserve love too. So that's my thought on that. Let's play it one more time. All right, this is take 2. I'm thinking about making the first 2 lines more interesting and doing the rallentandos and all the things I'm saying, all the things I've already said. I'm going to stretch out at measure 14. Let's try it. That was, I feel like, a lot more interesting because I knew what to expect, and I take the time at measure 14 to take that breath. I ignored dynamics. I did not play very much piano, and I played a lot of loud, which is not what the music said. So in the polished version of this video, I'm going to strive to do that. Otherwise, I'm pretty pleased with that second go around. If this video is helpful for you in learning how to phrase music, please let me know in the comments, and if there's anything specific that you would like to work on, if you are struggling with anything in terms of making something interesting, or if you are thinking, if you're trying to work on rhythms or anything at all really, because I can do pretty much anything. I have a degree in music. Please let me know if you are interested in learning more about this kind of thing, about phrasing. And if so, what pieces are you working on, or what's the element that you are having trouble with or that you'd like to learn a little more about? And I could probably find something in this book that is equivalent to that. So if you let me know, I will keep making notes and embellishments, and in the meantime, stay mindful, stay musical, and stay out of trouble.